Welcome to Multi-Unit Mastery Monday in this fall day of 2021. Today is going to be a little bit different of a session. Normally, we come here to share tips and knowledge and best practices so that you, as a business franchise owner, can gather this information, hopefully apply it into your business, and help you be just a little bit more successful. One of our clients was saying recently, Aisha, a lot of people still don't know enough about the American Franchise Academy, about you or what you do for all of us franchisees. And he said, well, we have lots of clients and it's really been a success story. He said, we really need to share more about what we do. And so that's where today's session is going to be about, because what we have done a really good job, I hope, on sharing knowledge and information that will help you, in these little sessions. We have not really done a very good job about sharing who we are, who is the American Franchise Academy, and what do we do to help franchisees, franchisors, and franchise leaders in the industry. And so that's what today is going to be about. So hang in with me. If you like to learn more about best practices and tips and sharing, this is not what today is going to be about, but all of our past sessions and future sessions are exactly about that. And so if you want to hear about those, best practices and information, give us a thumbs up. And if you are in our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you can hear about all the future sessions when they happen. All right, so today's session is about who is the American Franchise Academy and how we help these franchise leaders in the industry. And I will be remiss to say or talk about the Academy without speaking about myself as a founder, not something that I like to do. However, it's a way for you to understand who we are and what we do every day. First of all, I am a 30-year veteran in the franchise industry. I have, from the very bottom of the organizational structure to the very top, I have been having over 30 years in global S&P 500 brands like Domino's Pizza, Popeyes, and of course, Olive Garden and the Darden restaurants. Lots of experience and knowledge, not only running operations, company units, multi-state, but even helping master franchisees around the world open their brands in their countries. I have worked as well in the corporate headquarters, working directly with chief operating officers and CEOs, as well as field operations with direct profit and loss responsibility. And, it all culminated after 25 years of this amazing experience doing a little bit of everything, and into deciding to take a little sabbatical from that for family reasons. And as I was trying to take some time off to spend with my family, I started to have people reach out to me asking me for help and guidance into their business and their operations and their brands. And that happened because throughout my career, I have built relationships. And most of the time, my focus and my passion and my love has always been teaching and training and transferring information and best practices, not only from my own personal experience, but also from having had great relationships with successful, top performing franchisees and franchisors, and sharing all of my knowledge to those that were wanting and willing to hear and implement in their businesses. So this little sabbatical turned into a consulting experience, never done it before like that independently. And I really was passionate about it because I realized how much need there was out there. That consulting evolved into coaching, because what I wanted to make sure was that I give our clients, or my clients, fishing rather than fish. I wanted to, rather than do for them, I wanted them to get the information and the knowledge so that they can, when I left, continue to apply those principles, those best practices, those procedures, so that they could be successful even when I wasn't around. And that's when, the passion for the work that we do today came about. And then through time and clients' request, I started to write books. My first one is called The Franchise Fix. The second one is called Multi-Unit Franchise Mastery, so that I could put in paper, again, the knowledge and experience that I had throughout the years as a way to spread that information for those of you that need that so much. I will put in the notes after the live broadcast is done a link to those books if you're interested. And so as time was going through and we were expanding our support to these franchisees and franchisors, we decided to make it formal. And 5 years ago, the American Franchise Academy was founded. And here is where we are today, giving, a formal processes and procedures and knowledge in under the academy. And the reality is that our purpose, every time we start our day, the American Franchise Academy team, we realize and remember that our purpose, our everyday purpose is to protect the American dream of business ownership through franchising. That is what we do every day. That is what we focus our passion, our knowledge, our experience, so that we can do just that. Now, the reason we have picked franchising is not only because that's where the majority of my experience has been, but also because there's something really magical and special about franchising. As you know, the history of franchising that really started to explode in the early 50s, late 40s of the last decade, uh centennial anyways, that it really, the explosion that happened through these brands was because of the systems that they implemented in their business. And so learning that franchise model, those procedures and systems and processes, is what really I am so passionate about, because that made me realize throughout my career that that is the key, that is the formula of success of the franchise model. Being able to create specific procedures to create an outcome, and those procedures together become processes to be able to accomplish a goal. And as you add all those processes, they become systems that now, if you are duplicating them, if you document them, if you train them, and you can duplicate them day after day after day, that is a success formula for franchising. And what I realized is that we needed to transfer those procedures, systems, processes, that formula into the other side of business, which is what I call the business systems. The business of franchising has two parts. One of them you acquire when you acquire a brand as a franchisee. And what I call that is the brand systems. When you are a franchisee and you acquire the rights for that brand, you're acquiring the brand systems, which is the product that you're going to sell, whether it's an actual physical product or a service, but it's the product that you sell. And then the service processes and procedures and the technology and training behind those processes and procedures to sell that product, right? That is what you're acquiring when you buy a brand. And you're also acquiring the image, everything that is visual, and everything that you touch and smell and look in the brand is the image that you're acquiring from the franchisor. And then, of course, last but not least, if you are paying for marketing fees, you're also acquiring regional and national marketing. So as a franchisee that acquires a brand or the right to duplicate a brand, that is what you're obtaining: the product, the service processes, the image, as well as the national and regional marketing from the brand. What you're not getting, and is why so many people have reached out to us to help them, is you are not acquiring a business degree in franchise management. And that's what we call the business systems. And here's where the academy comes in. What we categorize as the business systems are, first of all, the team. How to hire, retain, and inspire the best people in the industry so that you can have the leadership and the team that you need to be successful with the franchise that you invested in. Then the income. How do you manage the money that is coming in? How do you protect it? And how do you implement projects and systems in place so that you can increase that revenue, those sales, year over year? And then, of course, comes profits. How do you manage your costs, your expenses, minimize the waste, find out where you are in your financials and where the opportunities are so that you can squeeze every penny out of the business that you invested in? And that is the profitability. And of course, last but not least is scale. What are the systems and processes so that you can grow from one unit to two to three into a multi-unit organization, multi-district manager organization, so that you can actually go from having a one-unit job into an enterprise that now provides you time and financial freedom. Buying the right brand is not enough. You need to have those business management systems that allow you to make profit, grow and scale, and have the best team to do it. And that is what the American Franchise Academy does for you and our franchise clients. And the way that we do that is two ways. We have two programs that we do that we help and how we support franchisees to accomplish the dream and the goals of financial and time freedom. And the first one is through a program for development of multi-unit franchisees. And this is a program dedicated to those franchisees that while they may have one, two, or three units, they really want to have and grow that enterprise that gives them, like I said, that time and financial freedom. And that program is something that we are very proud of. It is a 9-month program where we provide not only the guidance and the learning and the training on how these systems work, but we also provide you with the tools, the resources, the templates, the forms, and the guidance on how to be successful with that brand that you have. If you would like to learn more on our multi-unit ownership certification program, all you have to do is go to multiunitsuccess.com and register to our upcoming information session so that you can learn what the program is, what's the content, also what is the methodology that we use to transfer the information to you and your team, and what is the outcome that you should expect at the end of that program. We are very proud of that process and that program, and are so excited to see how many franchisees have gone through it, how much they learn and grow in their organization, not only increasing the profitability on the business that they have, but being able to duplicate, triplicate, and tripling it by growing into multi-unit organization. So that's the first way that we do this. The other way that we do that is as our clients are growing into a multi-unit organization, they came to us and says, Aisha, now that I'm growing, I have this district manager and we don't know what are they supposed to do? How do we teach them? How do we train them? And so this year, the American Franchise Academy launched our signature program, which is a development program for district managers. And in that program, we train and teach district managers, existing and or future district managers, what is their role, what are the 7 responsibilities, and what are the routines that they should implement every day so that they can be effective and successful district managers. If you would like to learn more about our district manager program, all you have to do is go to districtmanagertraining.com and register again to our upcoming information session so that you can learn more about that program and how you can put yourself, if you are currently overseeing multi-unit, or if you have a district manager that needs to have that training and development so that they can be successful at their job. And so those are the two ways that we do that, and I don't like talking too much about myself. I really like talking more about my clients and how we have been able to help them succeed. I know that we had a client that joined us last year, and she had 3 units going into 4 units, running one of them and trying to juggle her time and effort into overseeing the other units. And through the program, through the training, through the support that we provided, not only does she have now 4 units, she has a district manager that is successfully overseeing that. But as we speak today, she is in Hawaii enjoying vacation, time away from her business, just like any franchisee should be able to do, knowing that her business is back home operating fine with a capable, enthusiastic district manager taking care of business. That is what we want for all of our clients. That is who the American Franchise Academy is. Our purpose every day is not only to protect the American dream of business ownership, but partnering with you to help you grow that business so that you can achieve not only your goals, but help your team achieve their goals. So if you'd like to learn more about these programs, again, For the franchise development program, you can go to multiunitsuccess.com and learn about that program in our next information session. And if you want to learn more about our district manager training program, all you need to do is go to districtmanagertraining.com and learn in the next information session for that program. We do information sessions so that it gives you the ability to peek into those programs, see what they're all about, ask any questions that you may have about them, and then be able to determine if this is the program for you. Is this what you've been looking for, so that you can make the best decision for yourself? We are not salespeople. We are operators and a team that are here only to help you achieve your goals. And if we can in any way contribute to make that happen, it will satisfy us and it will make us, accomplish our purpose and our goals every day. So thank you for being with me in this session. It's a little bit different from what I usually do, and in which we just basically share who is the American Franchise Academy, who am I as the founder and CEO of this organization, and the team of people behind me that are doing here just so that we can protect that American dream of business ownership through franchising. Thank you for being with me. And again, remind you, if you like to hear about more tips and knowledge, that it is what we normally share in this multi-unit Mastery Mondays. Subscribe to our channel on our YouTube. If you are in any of our other platforms, give us a thumbs up. And I hope that you can join me next week in our next Multi-Unit Mastery Monday, where I promise we will go back to our regular scheduled programming of tips, best practices, and information to help you be successful. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.